If you've ever set a big goal and then totally lost momentum 3 days later, this video is for you. This is the exact brain hack I use every day to rewire my subconscious for success. And it only takes 20 minutes. I know. Have you ever told yourself, this time I'll follow through, only to end up back where you started? It's not your willpower, it's your subconscious. And once I understood this, everything shifted. Our brain is made up of conscious and subconscious beliefs, which dictate our actions and outcomes. The conscious part of our brain makes up only 3 to 5% of what we think and how we act, where a whopping 95 to 97% of our subconscious drives the outcomes in our life, which has been dictated by the actions we take, the thoughts we think, and the emotions we have. When I realized this, I was like, I need to stop just pushing harder, go. I really need to discover how to shift my subconscious thoughts and beliefs so that my life will change. And this is what I did. I also discovered that our brain has what's called brain waves, and it's the coolest thing. So our brain waves shift dependent upon what we're doing. So if we're in beta brain waves, we're in action mode. If we're in alpha, we're in absorption mode. If we're in theta, that's when we're reprogramming all of the things. And delta brain waves is when we sleep. So between sleep and wake is your window of power. And why this is important, if you're in a beta brainwave, which is action mode, you're not going to the subconscious because you're too busy in the conscious taking action. So for you to rewrite your subconscious beliefs, we want to be in the theta brainwave state, which is the perfect opportunity for us to get into that state. So between when we're asleep to awake is your power, your window of power. That's when your brain waves shift. So they shift to theta just as you're opening your eyes and you're not fully awake yet. And then the same happens when you're just about to drift off to sleep. There is a window of opportunity twice a day for around 20 minutes when you can rewire your subconscious belief in 20 minutes in the most powerful and efficient way possible. And I figure this out because I'm a mum, I run a business, I travel. I don't have time to sit and meditate for 8 hours a day. I want to get stuff done and I want things to change quickly. So when I discovered this, my life changed really pretty quick. So I want to explain to you how beliefs are formed, because to know why it's happened helps you actually shift it and change it. So from the ages of 0 to 7, our brain waves were like sponges, meaning everything people said around us, we took on it as our own. We absorbed every conversation, every emotion other people were saying and thinking. So if your family grew up believing rich people were greedy, then that is what they would have been talking about. And anytime it came to money, it would have been from a lack mentality. We don't want to be like that because rich people are greedy. So no wonder you struggle making more money in your business, because you have a subconscious belief that rich people are greedy. So you'll have a push-pull in your body. The same thing goes if nobody in your family ever had a business and they just didn't understand it. And they just thought people with businesses ripped everybody off, and you want to start a business, but you struggle so much to take action. There's a subconscious belief in there that people with business rip people off. Not because it's your fault and it's not your parents' fault. It's just they were teaching you from the level of their own awareness, and that's absolutely fine. But you now have the opportunity and power to shift it. We're not going back to your past so that we can ruminate on all the things that was done wrong to you. We're going back to your past to understand why you think and act the way you do now, so that you can change it. And you can change it intentionally within the 20-minute window that I'm going to show you. So this is actually how you feel now about money, success, and visibility, or being too much. Because 95 to 97% of your subconscious has been wired from the ages of 0 to 7. So your brain is just running an outdated script that we can now shift. So this is what you can do. I want you to choose the one that's going to resonate with you. This is morning and night practices. There's a visualization. What I want you to do is feel yourself already living the goal. Feel the success, the freedom, the money, or clarity. Now, this isn't new. You would have heard about visualization before, but you might be going, well, why does it work with this? So we all know that athletes, before they run the game, before they do what it is they have to do, they visualize themselves doing it over and over and over again. We also know that there is so much research out there to support that when you just think about playing a piano, that the nerves and muscles in your finger dictate as if you've actually played it. Why is this important? Because if you're trying to reprogram your mind to achieve something it's never done before, just sheer willpower will not do it, because you're trying to reprogram and create something completely new off 3 to 5% of your brain, when instead you can actually tap into visualization. And when you're present in the present moment, that just means noticing your body, noticing what's around you, being present instead of thinking about all the things you have going on and wanting to move and shake and all the things. Just being still and actually taking a few deep breaths, then visualize what you want. Your brain does not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And when you're doing a visualization in the 20-minute window as you wake up, that is when your brain is at the theta brainwave state, which means you're getting straight into your subconscious and rewiring new neural pathways so that you're starting to believe it's already happened. If you don't believe you can do it, you're never going to do it. You have to believe you can do it so that your brain can find the ways you can do it. Your brain can give you new ideas of what to actually do. You take the action steps in order to do it. You might resonate with this as if you go, you know what, I am going to do this. I'm going to achieve it. I'm going to go. 3 days later, you forget what it is you were meant to do. You put off writing the book that you wanted to write. You put off launching what it is you're wanting to launch, because deep down you actually don't believe you can do it, because you're still firing off the programming and the script in your mind between the ages of 0 to 7. You just need to give it a new script, a new program to run. And the visualization is that new script, is the new thought processes, is the new neural pathways, is the different emotional state. When you do this on repeat, because our brains require repetition, when you do this on repeat, you're sending a signal to your nervous system and reticular activating system in your brain that it's important. And when it thinks it's important, it's going to show you all the ways that you can achieve it. If you don't repeat it, your brain doesn't think it's important. So it's going to continue to filter your life through the lens of that's not important, that's important. Our brains receive millions of pieces of data a minute. We cannot possibly process and see everything all the time. So the way that it works is whatever you continuously think and believe, both conscious and subconscious, is what your brain will look for. So if you've constantly said, I can't do this, you will find all the ways in your life that you can't do this. But when you start to do visualization intentionally, as present as you can be in the moment, for the 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes just before you go to sleep, this is you planting a new script in your subconscious to go, this is what I desire. And the more you do it, all of a sudden, things in your life will change, because you've changed what's important to you, because you've thought something new. If you never think of something new, you'll never achieve something new. So try it out. The next practice, which is amazing, is journaling. Write as if it's already done and literally say, oh my God, I have the business I want. This is amazing. This is incredible. I'm helping all of these people. I've been journaling for a while now, and I really love the power of words, first and foremost. But also ask yourself, if you're feeling resistant to just putting words on paper as if you're already living it now, and you don't want to do it, what makes you think you're going to want to actually take the action to do the thing you want to do? It starts by writing down what you want. Now choose one of these activities that I'm giving you. So the first one's visualization, where you're just thinking about what you want with your eyes closed. Second one is just writing what you want on a piece of paper. The third one is subliminals or reprogramming audios. I have a whole playlist of subliminals you're welcome to listen to. I'll link it down below. So what this is subliminals are created with the brainwave frequency of theta, meaning as you're sleeping, as you're doing the dishes, as you're cleaning, as you're working, you're listening to this in the background, which means it's going directly past your conscious brain, which analyzes things, and it can decide, no, I don't believe that. No. And instead it goes straight to your subconscious, which means you're planting new scripts, new thoughts in your subconscious of what is important. This is really cool. It's the lazy way to do it. Fourth practice is meditation and feeling practice. Your brain, when you're truly present, doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So use that to your advantage. Meditate on the life that you want, because you're creating new neural pathways of what you want instead of constantly living in what you have. The feelings of this is very important, because the feelings connect the new neural pathway. If you merely just think it but don't feel anything, nothing's actually going to be changing in your biology, because your brain is connected to your body. Your brain thinks, your body feels. So if you want to supercharge your life, you want to create incredible results, you have to take a minute to feel something new. When you learn to feel something new, you start to think differently. Then you start to act different. And then as you do that, new things happen in your life. You achieve what it is you want. So as you meditate, just focus in on feeling expansive. If you're like, I can't get to gratitude, just get to something that feels marginally better from where you are. And if you want to learn more about this, Align to Rise, my group program that's just launched, goes through all about the emotional set points, how we vibrate at different levels. And if we vibrate at a frequency of frustration, everything in our life starts to become very frustrating. But as we learn to intentionally move up the scale with the practices I've shown you and more, we start to attract things at that level. Meaning, if you start vibrating at joy, lots of things in your life is going to be joyful. And you're in charge of that. So it's time to stop blaming other people for the life that you have and start taking ownership of the life that you want. And it starts by imagining it today. When you can imagine it, you can feel it, you can see it. When you can feel it and see it, you can believe it. And when you can believe it, you will attract it and achieve it. So remember, what wires together, fires together. And wiring means a new thought and a new emotion. Repetition creates new neural pathways. You have to walk the same path in your mind over and over again to solidify it as a hardwire program, which means it becomes a subconscious habit and belief. And your brain wants to protect you, but it can also be trained to support your success. So try this for 30 days. Pick just one of the tools I've shared with you and commit. Track it, tick it off, celebrate yourself. That dopamine hit, it reinforces the habit. When I first started, I did not commit to things, so I put on the side of my desk 30 days, and every day I just tick it off so I could see that I was actually progressing. You can do this. So remember, you don't need 8 hours a day. You just need 20 powerful, intentional minutes. Your future self is already living it. Now it's your job to meet them there. Remember, like, share, and subscribe if this hit home. And comment below, what belief are you reprogramming this month? And if you're a service-based woman who actually wants to be able to make this business thing work, you're already established and you want to hit 250K plus, Align to Rise may be the next thing for you. How to rewire your subconscious beliefs moment by moment so that you start attracting and achieving more in your life than you ever thought possible. Because it is possible to grow a business, to feel supported and to do a hell of a lot less and achieve a hell of a lot more and feel really, really good doing it. So the link's down below to check it out. You've got this. I'll see you in the next video.